Welcome back, my awesome people. Today's episode is part of a series that will go in depth with BlackRock and how their influence has changed and created a global economic market where it is always in their favor. I will be creating videos about BlackRock's involvement with the Russia-Ukraine war, Palestine-Israel war, housing market crash, stock market crash, media programming, and many, many more. So subscribe and hit the notification button to get notified when those videos are posted. So many people think that BlackRock runs the world because they own a piece of almost every major company in the world, which results in major influences in politics and the way society operates, which is true. But in today's video, I'll be looking a little deeper at BlackRock's infamous and prized technology, Aladdin. Most people have never heard of BlackRock, and even more people have never heard of Aladdin. Not the movie, but instead BlackRock's prized possession, their supercomputer. BlackRock has been the major topic the past few years as people have started waking up to reality and realizing that their investing actions and decisions are ultimately influenced by BlackRock. So what is or who is BlackRock? Well, BlackRock is the biggest company you've probably never heard of. BlackRock was formed by founder and CEO Larry Fink in 1988 in New York City as a risk management and institutional asset manager. Now it is the world's largest asset management with 10 trillion with a T, trillion dollars currently in its portfolio. According to MarketWatch, there is currently around $40 trillion in circulation around the world, which means BlackRock manages a quarter of the world's money. Forget Tesla and Amazon and their eccentric, space-minded CEOs. BlackRock and its CEO are the biggest players on the global financial stage. When you are CEO Larry Fink, you can talk as equals with the director of the International Monetary Fund, or the IMF, and various leaders of nations. BlackRock and Vanguard are two of the big three passive fund asset management firms. The third, State Street, is owned by BlackRock, and whose largest shareholder is Vanguard. It seems all roads lead to BlackRock. Vanguard is the largest shareholder of BlackRock. Many of the oldest, richest families in the world can be linked to Vanguard funds. Vanguard and BlackRock are the top two owners of Time Warner, Comcast, Disney, and News Corp, four of the 6 media companies that control more than 90% of the US media landscape. Together, BlackRock and Vanguard own 18% of Fox, 16% of CBS, 13% of Comcast, which owns NBC, MSNBC, CNBC, and the Sky Media Group, 12% of CNN, and 12% of Disney. Look at all that influence and propaganda. Media behemoths that may present themselves as rivals in reality are actually owned by the same company. So most of your news and media is pretty much dictated by BlackRock. As soon as BlackRock appears as one of your shareholders, your company stands out from the crowd and gains a huge amount of prestige. While BlackRock shapes the media landscape of the world, BlackRock's secret weapon is an advanced trading algorithm called Aladdin, which has been shaping global markets for decades. The extensive technology program, which by some estimates operates more than $22 trillion in assets, was created by CEO Fink and several colleagues back in 1988. Aladdin is an acronym for the Asset, Liability, Debt, and Derivative Investment Network, which is a program that executes on average about 250,000 trades per day. Aladdin executes trades in every asset class across every industry and directs the actions of the Federal Reserve and almost every major US bank. It controls over half of all ETFs, 17% of the bond market, and 10% of the stock market. The network that makes up Aladdin is approximately 5,000 supercomputers that now act as the central nervous system for the world's most sophisticated investors and asset managers. Every major bank and fund has come to rely on Aladdin and its all-powerful AI to beat the market. And this raises a lot of several fundamental questions about the nature of our fragile financial system. If Aladdin's network were to ever be hacked, it could have a swift and catastrophic impact on the global economy. The main problem problem is the monopoly of this algorithm that has been created. BlackRock essentially rents out its proprietary supercomputer technology to the world's highest bidders, mostly large hedge funds and mega banks. This leaves smaller investors at a major disadvantage and gives companies like BlackRock the license to steer the economy as they see fit. When the global financial crisis hit in 2007 and 2008, Aladdin was called upon by every major bank, as well as the head of the Federal Reserve and the US Treasury. The success Aladdin had in almost single-handedly stopping the world from experiencing complete financial collapse earned it a prestigious place among the world's leaders. And because of that, Aladdin was given power to decide what to do with the $2 trillion that was printed in the wake of the Great Recession of 2007. The majority of it was allocated to bonds and funding to prop up the mortgage companies and banks, which are assets in which BlackRock is already heavily invested in. So pretty much BlackRock bailed itself out. The influence of BlackRock and its all-powerful algorithm cannot be overstated. As of 2021, at least 3 executives from BlackRock operate notable positions in President Joe Biden's cabinet. This means that BlackRock not only has a major influence in politics and government policies, but they are a part of it. And do you, my awesome viewers, think this is fair? Maybe unjust? Maybe manipulative? Well, whatever you think it is, just know that just like a casino, BlackRock is the house, and the house always wins. So Jacob Rant, what you trying to say, that the stock market and the economy is manipulated by a few powerful people? Well, my awesome people, that is exactly what I am trying to say. The good old days of investing with some type of fiscal ethics and responsibility ended long time ago. BlackRock purposely creates economic problems so it can buy up all the assets it can at dirt cheap prices. For example, real estate. Currently, BlackRock is buying up as much residential properties that it can in North America. BlackRock created the 2008 housing crash as a way to get real estate at a cheap price during a time when most homeowners were unable to pay their mortgages. And this has led BlackRock to controlling and manipulating the rental housing market for decades. So stocks are not the only asset that BlackRock has been controlling and manipulating. And now with this Bitcoin spot ETF, well, let's see what BlackRock does with this. Investors like me, the average investor, has no power or sway in affecting real estate or the stock or global markets. The only time I would say that the average investor had the upper hand in the stock market was during the 2021 Reddit fiasco, where millions of average investors came together and manipulated the stock market. And even during the Reddit moment, BlackRock had major influence as they instructed trading platforms to halt trading on specific stocks that were being influenced by the Reddit community, such as AMC and GameStop. And this goes to show that if you try to take money away from BlackRock, they will make sure to stop it as soon as possible. And not only did BlackRock order trading platforms to pause their trading orders that were connected to the Reddit community, but they even influenced future policy changes that limited various forms of trading for the average investor. So before you start selling your stocks in fear of BlackRock, don't worry too much about it. Just make sure you do your own research on the investments that you buy, because BlackRock is buying them too. And remember, my awesome people, just like all the information I mentioned in my videos, assess your risk appetite, always diversify, and please do your own due diligence, because I am just a clown on YouTube. Stay ranting.